YDP USA are delighted to announce a partnership with the National Football Youth League. YDP USA will be sponsoring and helping out and supporting with all the events that will take place during the season.
The main beneficiary of our partnership with the National Football Youth League will be the players. We'll be bringing American college coaches over from the US to attend the Cup finals, to attend the All-Star events, putting them in front of those coaches to give them exposure to then potentially go off and play in America. We've had a lot of past successes with players going over to the US from the National Football Youth League. We've had players that have just starting out, but also players that are coming to the end of their time in America that have now built a career over there in coaching, or whether they've come home and played at high level and non-league. The USA has given them the platform to go on and succeed following their university career. We'll be supporting players, coaches from all over the National Football Youth League. We'll be travelling across the UK to deliver presentations, deliver trial days, assessment days for players that are interested in the US scholarship route. If you are a National Football Youth League player, we'll be there to support you on your American scholarship.
And so it all comes down to this. The final match to decide where the 2025-26 championship will be going, with 3 destinations still a possibility as we reach the last day of the season. Bradford Park Avenue will have to sit and watch on nervously as Radcliffe FC and the Steven Gerrard Academy battle it out here at Neuven Stadium. A victory for either of this afternoon's combatants will hand them the Northwest Championship. A draw will see the trophy head over the Pennines to Yorkshire. The Liverpool base of the Gerrard Academy was hoping for a favour from their Kirby counterparts yesterday, but despite a 4-1 defeat to Bradford Park Avenue, destiny is still very much in their hands. Both Radcliffe and the Steven Gerrard Academy both come in to this day on equal points, with Steven Gerrard's Academy ahead on goal difference as we go into the final game of the season. The 3 main threats to look for in the Radcliffe team are Diaz Adesina, Dylan Holford and Aaron Ashall, all in double figures for the season, and all of whom start this afternoon. Wilson Edioga isn't far behind them, and he also starts the decider. Alfie Murray and Cameron Page will carry the threat for the Steven Gerrard Academy. Joseph Agger, however, is not available through an injury, and he will sit this key clash out. Expected tight and possibly nervous contest. The reverse fixture produced a 1-1 draw, a result I think it's fair to say that neither team will want today. Referee for this afternoon is Stephen Burston, as the coin toss being taken in the middle of the park. I'm sure there will be a lot of nervous bodies out there, a lot of stretching that is probably more based around the nerves that some of these young lads have got. Hoping very much to put themselves in the shop window today. This will garner a fair amount of attention among scouts at professional club and non-league club academies, most of whom I would imagine on the field will be wanting to impress today. We're just about ready to go here at Neuven Stadium, the home of Radcliffe Borough FC, who had a decent year in the National League North Division. But it is the National Football Youth League final game in the Northwest Championship to decide where the title is going. A win for either will win them the championship, and we're underway. And already Liverpool, Stephen Gerrard Academy, looking to put Radcliffe under pressure. It was Nijay Aberdeen that was seeking the short throw in as it's gone down the line towards the penalty area, cleared by Dylan Holford, and looking for the main threat, Diaz Adesina. Again, plenty of strike out there for Radcliffe this afternoon. The three players in double figures for the season, complemented in close proximity to Wilson Edioga, who is starting wide. It looks like it's a 4-3-3 from Radcliffe Borough, as Adesina wins the flick on. And now there is a chase as a keeper comes out, Ellis McElroy, for the Gerrard Academy, to pick the ball up very nicely and hoof it up the other end of the field. Good solid header by Firmus Mendy on the far side for Radcliffe. Still within the opening couple of minutes here. Again, the corresponding fixture ending 1-1 as Mendy makes a good challenge. Although it is the Gerrard Academy to win a corner here. Well, Alfie Murray was hoping to tempt the referee into giving a penalty. But nonetheless, he will still have a chance here from the set piece to try and get the Gerrard Academy in front here. Nice little smattering of a crowd here in Radcliffe to see this final. As an in-swinging delivery to come in from the Gerrard Academy. Loops around as Mendy heads it away. Volley back in, and a save initially. It's bobbling all over the place, and the referee has seen the linesman's flag up on this near side and gives Radcliffe the free kick. Well, it's been a nervous start from the home side this afternoon, but it does remain goalless, which they will be more than thankful for. Adesina can't win the header, but a good challenge coming in from Lewis Miller, who looks further forward. Pass back to McElroy. Playing out from the back will be the Gerrard Academy, something that Stephen didn't really do an awful lot of during his heydays. That's a wonderful pass, and here is a chance early on for the Academy as the finish from Frankie Friend isn't that great, but the pass that was given to him, I believe it was Ben Birch who managed to give him, might even have been JD Clifton. It was a wonderful pass, and really that should have been a chance that should have at least hit the target from Frankie Friend, and he may look back on that and regret that later on. Good solid header at the back from Radcliffe has left Cameron Page in a heap midway inside the Radcliffe half. The referee now brings a temporary halt to proceedings so that Cameron Page can receive some treatment. They won't want to lose him. A little bit of water, a little bit of magic sponge. There'll be no time wasting among any of these players today, I would imagine, in terms of the scoreline being level at this stage. Both of them will be desperate to make sure that they are in the hunt for the championship come the end of the season. 18th appearance for Cameron Page this season. 9 goals to his name. Not a bad return, to say the least. Good solid header from Josh Talks as Radcliffe just get the ball out of play on the far side. The Gerrard Academy playing down the slope here at Neuven Stadium in the first half. That will give Radcliffe the distinct advantage in the second half when players start to tire. So I dare say that the pre-match coin toss was probably a good one to win for Radcliffe, as again a clearance from Talk comes in. Good flick header, will look to get Adesina away as Ashall, the flick header. Free kick given by the referee, Stephen Burston. Taken quickly by Emmanuel Safo Appiah. As moving forward through the gears is Luke Skinner on this near side for the academy. The cross to come in from Friend. It's not a bad one. Nicely cut out from Talk as I think Page was just behind him looking to pounce, and a lovely layoff here. Looks to get Radcliffe away with Wilson. Edioga and a great through ball here. Can Diaz get on the end of it? No, he can't. Picked up by McElroy. Good defending from Emmanuel Safo Appiah as it looks as though for a moment Diaz Adesina was on his way to adding to his total of goals this season. 12 goals from 20 appearances for the Radcliffe striker. There's no free kick forthcoming. Draws a few giggles from the crowd as well as from Dylan Holford. As Radcliffe once again look to come forward, the slide rule ball is cut out. And once again, the Gerrard Academy will come forward. A match that has got a decent pace about it, you have to say, early on. Within the opening 10 minutes, but it will be a goal kick to Radcliffe as Oliver Hudson tried to make his way down the left flank into the penalty area. It's been an interesting last month at the top of the Northwest Championship table. Bradford Park Avenue, who were firmly behind these two sides going into the month, came up with victories against both. And subsequently, as a result of beating the Gerrard Academy Kirby division, they've managed to get themselves in the hunt. There's a great run here around the outside. Is there a penalty? Referee says no. Might fall here on the edge of the area for the shot. Good block as Holford now will put it wide. Edioga now will come on the right foot. Still manages to have it by hook or by crook. Lovely footwork. Can he get the shot away? No, he can't. Well, he did, but it was blocked very nicely. But Radcliffe, for the first time in the game, knocking on the door here. Good cross. Adesina with the header. You just see the way he tried to arch his neck to get as much power in that as possible, but sadly lacking direction, and it remains goalless. Skinner down the line. Infield for Friend. It will maybe pop up for JD Clifton, who looks to come forward down the line to use his winger Frankie Friend. Can he provide a cross in the area here? Comes inside, good defending by Edioga. Was that handball? Referee says no. And Wilson Odiogu will come forward, only to be dispossessed by Friend. Lovely ball played into the channel and room for Page to try and get a cross in. I've got to say, early on, Radcliffe's Josh Talks has certainly impressed me with his no-nonsense style of defending. Skinner across to Alex Taylor. And a dive in there by Mendy, which is going to have stung the Achilles of Oliver Hudson. Will bring a free kick to the Steven Gerrard Academy on the far side of the field. First 10 minutes have elapsed here at Neuven Stadium. And so far the happier will be the side that are watching in West Yorkshire. The Gerrard Academy with this free kick, lofted in again. Talks with a lovely header. Halford gets it away. No real chasers as the Gerrard Academy will have a throw here. Nijay Aberdeen taking it quickly to Skinner. And McElroy will give it straight back to him with a lovely pass. Got to say the quality on show has been very, very good so far. It's a league in general that was designed to bridge the gap between those that didn't make academy squads and those that went into college football. You've got to say, with the ratio of players that have made it into the professional and non-league ranks, it's been certainly a success. It's a partnership that has been going since 2002, so it's over 20 years now that this level of football has existed. I would have thought that Louise Macy would have created this outlet for all of these players to continue to try and plough away and make it into the professional ranks. Page now for the academy, down the line, which is too hard, and will go out for a goal kick. Of course, this is the under-19s level of the Northwest Championship. There is an under-23 championship as well. And more recently, the girls are now represented at this level also. So it's certainly a level of competition that is growing and expanding year on year. Plenty of clubs have become partners, including the likes of Tottenham Hotspur, as well as other football clubs and educational facilities, making sure that some of these young players who either may not have been discovered yet or let go from academies previously get the opportunity to play at a quality level and give them the best possible opportunity to maybe get scouted and make a career for themselves in football. It's not necessarily all over. It's interesting to see that Britta Sombalonga, the former Nottingham Forest and Middlesbrough striker, is very much an ambassador for this level of football. He himself came through the non-league route by signing for Peterborough, and all of a sudden found himself at the highest level. As a great run here. We'll find a free kick for Radcliffe. It was Skinner's challenge, right on the edge of the area, but that was a real bullocking run from and Kemai Chamberlain. The first time really that Chamberlain has had to get the ball down and have a drive at this academy defence, and he's won a free kick. So around about 22 yards, 23 yards from goal. It's going to be left to Aaron Ashall to try and give Radcliffe the lead. Approaching the 15-minute mark here at Neuven Stadium. And Ashall with the ball on his right foot. Can't get it over the wall. Very nicely defended by the Steven Gerrard Academy, and it'll be left to Radcliffe to have the throw-in on the far side. Weather not too bad. It's very much been up and down this week in the northwest of England, with quite a lot of rain yesterday. But thankfully it seems to have stayed dry enough, and with the non-league campaign having been ceased for a couple of weeks, the pitch certainly in very good nick. Hence the quality of football has been fairly decent so far in this opening 15 minutes. It remains goalless though, as Skinner for the Steven Gerrard Academy, wearing red, misplaces that pass. Looking into the channel was Edioga, but was asking an awful lot of Dylan Holford to race after that. McElroy, the Gerrard Academy goalkeeper, headed away by Talks. Lovely ball into the feet of Nijay Aberdeen, who turns himself around in knots before giving the ball over to Alex Taylor. And again, the flag on this near side raised. And it will be Radcliffe's free kick midway inside their own half. Interesting to see big Frank Sinclair on the Radcliffe bench today. He's one of the coaching staff with Kyle Hall, the head coach of Radcliffe. Ben Slater also on that bench for the home side. Frank himself had a wonderful career, having played Premier League football, of course, for Chelsea. Dare say one of the things that Frank will remember is that timing's everything. He was part of the Chelsea sides that really kind of had no money, or they were just coming into money by the time that he departed for Leicester City. As a pass back here will give a touch of the ball to Trenton Lissett, who had a save to make early on in the game. Hasn't really touched the ball since, so manages to get the ball at his feet. And hacked forward here. Edioga looking to get the touch down, and will he try his luck on the outside? He does, and he's round the outside of Skinner. Can he get to the line? It's a good little cross, but it's really good defending. And the Gerrard Academy really defending desperately to try and stop Radcliffe taking the lead on that occasion. Well, that just goes to show what Wilson Edioga's all about. And that will be of a great concern to Luke Skinner on this near side, who now knows what type of pace he's up against. He didn't fare too well against it first time. He'll be hoping for better the next time. Throw in on this near side, which Lewis Miller will take. Looks to lob it into the box. McElroy out to grab it. Oh, and goalkeeper thumping the ball into the back of Adesina. You can tell Adesina felt that. He's Certainly wasn't expecting it. He didn't even put himself in a position to charge the ball down. Just happened to be there, and he's got one square in the kidneys. Lovely touch from Chamberlain, and he wins a free kick. To the absolute dismay that's Alex Taylor who committed the foul. So free kick to Radcliffe, going up the slope in the first half. Over the ball is Aaron Ashall, who will look for various teammates in that area. It's a good delivery and a good header towards goal. It was Ali Al-Aznawi who came up from the back to head towards goal. Decent effort on target. Straight down the throat of the goalkeeper as Trenton Lissett lets the ball run out of play for a goal kick at the other end to Radcliffe. Again, 0-0. Just over 20 minutes on the clock. And again, the happier of the camps at the moment will be none of the two sides here this afternoon. It'll be over in West Yorkshire. Bradford Park Avenue with a 4-1 win yesterday as Eddie Ogre on this near side with a lovely pass from Adesina, who now makes his way to the penalty area. Lovely skills, which will result in a throw-in for Radcliffe. It'll be Miller to take. And it will be a throw in the opposite way this time. Referee calling in favour of the team in red, the Stephen Gerrard Academy. Never going to be any other colour, was it, for the Gerrard named Academy team? Despite the fact that he did manage, of course, at Glasgow Rangers, who, of course, wear blue, but will always be remembered for his endeavours in Liverpool red. So Miller with a throw-in for Radcliffe on this near side, looking for the opening goal. Lovely ball back. Talks across. Al-Aznawi will send it forward. And a lovely 1-2 here. He's got the ball back. He tries a shot, Al-Aznawi, but I imagine that's probably why he's a defender. Kind of panicked a little bit when he received the return pass. But all of a sudden, Radcliffe starting to ask a few questions of the Gerrard Academy. As they had the opening part of the game, but it's the team in blue who have bossed the last 10 or 15 minutes or so as the clearance into midfield will find Chamberlain out wide. It's Borgerson who will try and work his way around the outside of the defence, but he's won a free kick. EJ Aberdeen with a challenge that wasn't really needed on Blaise Borgerson. He's not had too much of the ball in this first half, but showing a bit of trickery there. Miller over to the far side to whip this free kick in. Can Radcliffe get themselves in front here? The delivery's not very good from Miller, it has to be said. He will get a second chance at it, whips it in. It'll come on the edge of the area here for the shot, which is wide. Aaron Ashol's eyes lit up as that ball fell to him in space. He just got a sense that he just panicked and snatched at the ball a little bit as it goes past the post to the relief of Ellis McElroy. But again, it's yet another chance for Radcliffe as they continue to boss this current period of play that we are having here. Adesina using some power to try and make his way around the outside. Good defending from Safo Appiah. He tries to make it hot for Adesina again. Referee letting the tough stuff go, and that's a lovely back heel. And the cross in the box will go out of play, unfortunately, by Adesina. But what a lovely back heel that was from Blaise Borgeson, who, having had a quiet opening 20 minutes or so, has burst into life in this last few minutes over on that far side of the field. What a free kick, and put that lovely back heel in, which probably should have resulted in a better cross, but again, it's Radcliffe asking the questions of the Steven Gerrard Academy. And Adesina offside this time, coming back from an offside position as Mendy's volleyed clearance will give the team in red the free kick midway inside their own half. Skinner charged down by Adesina, great work, and he's off down the left-hand side here. Can he get into the penalty area? Gets a cross in, Chamberlain! He produces a lovely late run into the penalty area from midfield, and that's your first goal of the afternoon. And all of a sudden the smiles in West Yorkshire turn to frowns as Radcliffe get themselves in front and put themselves in the box seat for the championship here. Terrific work by Adesina to get away down the left to win the ball back as well, and a lovely cross. And all Chamberlain had to do running in from the edge of the penalty area was tap it in. No chance for McElroy. Radcliffe lead 1-0. You can't say it hasn't been coming. After a slow opening 5 or 10 minutes, they've worked their way back into the game. And that goal, you have to say, richly deserved. Good quality tackling there from Holford as a trip by Hedioga results in an accidental handball. But Dylan Holford working very, very hard on this near side to combat JD Clifton. And all of a sudden the Gerrard Academy have now got work to do. Taylor far side. Hacks it forward looking for a run which will result in a goal kick. Again, Mendy with some terrific defending against Oliver Hudson. It's interesting to see some of the local non-league coaches here this afternoon. Bury's Anthony Johnson, who of course was the manager here with Bernard Morley. Taking a look at some of the talent that's on show. And you do hope that eventually one or two of these players will be picked up by non-league sides or indeed professional clubs to give themselves an opportunity to play at the higher level. Certainly Jamie Vardy is the poster child for all late developers within football. Of course, I've already mentioned Britta Sombalonga as well. Certainly never too late. Wonderful challenge. Zadasena trying to get around the last defender. And again, Holford midfield will win a header. But he's lost the ball. Only for Miller to bail him out once more. Edioga now will look to try and get around his full-back, and he will concede a free kick for pulling Skinner back. It's actually Frankie Friend, I beg your pardon, that's been pulled back, and it'll be Wilson Edioga that's been called out by the referee. The first yellow card of the game. Deemed a professional foul by referee Stephen Burston. I guess if you lose the ball in those situations and you pull the opposition player back, there's always a strong possibility that the card will be shown. Forward ball will find Clifton. Mendy at the back will take safety first for Radcliffe, who lead 1-0. Over the half-hour mark. And if they can just get to half-time, Radcliffe, at this score, again playing down the slope in the second half with bodies surely tiring from the Gerrard Academy, it will put Radcliffe in a real good place if they can just keep this one-goal lead intact or even add to it. Adesina looking to drag it out of the air. Aberdeen on the ball will look to get away from Blaise Borgeson as the long kick is headed back, and here's the goal scorer, Chamberlain. Plays it wide. Good interception though. Very good interception and lovely play out of defence as well, although the pass is not very good from Luke Skinner. He did the fancy bit very nicely. Guess it's a shame on his half that the actual simple bit was not done very well. There's a lovely challenge from Ben Birch as well as he's not been mentioned too often so far in this first half. Going about his business quietly. Miller. Holford, Miller again. There's another cross. Adesina looking to get on the end of it. And a lovely inverted pass, but again it's Tork who's very dominant at the centre-half position. And now a chance for the break here for the academy as they come forward. Look at Mendy though, racing across. And finds a lovely pass as well to Edioga. And Radcliffe are going to come out of this really well here. Prodded back Chamberlain. And now the pass on, looking for Adesina. Good header back though by Alex Taylor. Easy job for McElroy in the goal to just simply play out, but again they've lost the ball. They just need a passage of play as we approach the last 10 minutes here of the first half to get themselves back in the game. Tried playing a few passes to try and create opportunities when they probably just need a little bit of possession to settle them down here. Ball into Ben Birch, who will look to the far side to Taylor. Again, he looks to put it into the channel, but again, one or two of his teammates further forward asking, why wasn't it put into feet shorter? Alfie Murray, who's been very, very quiet during this first half, has had to come deep an awful lot. Considering he's been the main threat most of the season for the Gerrard Academy, he's been pretty conspicuous by his absence, as Holford does brilliantly well. He's been impressive this first half and gets a pass wide to Mendy, who will look to stride forward. Lovely footwork here from Mendy, who might get himself in the area here, and it's going to be a free kick against the Radcliffe fullback for a late clip on the opposition, who I think it may have been Alex Taylor who came across to eventually try and stop him. But all of a sudden he found himself from inside his own half to right on the edge of the penalty area, and whilst he never really looked comfortable in dribbling forward too much, it very nearly ended up a wonderful opportunity for Firmus Mendy. Nicely done by Skinner. Again, he looks to play it down the channel, but it's back here with the Radcliffe goalkeeper Lissett, who can only slice it out of play on this near side for a goal kick, for a throw-in rather. To the Steven Gerrard Academy. Had quite a funny moment during the pre-game kick-off. You might just be able to see on the left-hand side of your screen there a green contraption on the roof. Well, that is what they call a VO, which is an automatic camera. It shoots wide angles, used quite frequently by a lot of professional clubs and non-league clubs alike for stats and development of players, and being able to record all of their matches by not missing anything, and obviously saving on a cameraman. Just as the Steven Gerrard Academy coach was setting that up, the tripod, which is a very big one, it's got to be said, tilted backwards. And because it wasn't locked onto the tripod, they've now lost that onto the roof. So it may be a case of having to retrieve that at a later time. Certainly provided a little bit of a laugh around about 2 minutes before kick-off. That's not something that you would want, as Mendy goes crashing into the advertising board over on the far side. I'm not surprised he's down. Certainly heard the crunch on the advertising board and hard wall over on the far side, and he will certainly have felt that. There's going to be I would think, a booking there at least for Oliver Hudson. Certainly not got anything confirmed at the moment, but certainly Mendy would have felt that. Can't say that I saw a card produced by the referee. And if there wasn't one, he's a lucky boy, is Oliver Hudson, because that could have done Firmus Mendy a great deal of damage. And he's certainly going to need some medical attention. Hopefully it's just a case of a magic sponge and a stretch, but that no doubt will have rattled him. And it certainly would have rattled his rib cage. Looks as though he's up and okay though. Trotting back down the touchline on the far side. As the goal kick is stopped here, and a yellow card for Mendy. Well, incredibly, that seems beyond harsh. He's come back onto the field before the referee allowed him to, and hence now he's received a booking. Well, considering that he's just been assaulted by Oliver Hudson, who I don't think did receive a booking, you really have to ask the question, just how fair exactly is that? That's 2 yellow cards that the referee has brandished now. And both of them to Radcliffe players. And here's another one, and it's a red. Well, can you believe it? Firmus Mendy, who obviously has said something to the official, and all of the players surrounding referee Stephen Burston. He was very, very quick on the whistle. I think it's Mendy that said something out of turn. Following the yellow card, I assume, unless he's come back on the pitch too early then, but I'm sure it would have had to have been the 4th official that would have allowed him to come back on. Well, this is a little bit of a confusing moment for everyone concerned, but what isn't confusing is that Firmus Mendy has been sent off for 2 quick-fire yellow cards. And I assume the referee is going to stick by that, is he? We're going to just wait and see. Mendy's not walking yet. Just having a word with, I think it's Dylan Holford, the captain pitch side. I think Mendy's walking. No indication of a rescinderance or anything like that. Socks are down. And Firmus Mendy, incredibly, is sent off here. Well, we'll have to get more clarity on that at half-time. The first yellow card was for coming back onto the field too early, without the referee giving him permission after the injury that he suffered. The second, I can either only assume was for, if not the same thing, then he said something to the referee. Wow, what a turn this game has all of a sudden taken. A completely different complexion on the game. And it's going to be a free kick here to Radcliffe for the challenge from Appiah on Adesina. Looks like the red card was for, well, the second yellow was for dissent. Trying to hear in between what the linesman's saying as the free kick is sent in. As Tork flicks it on, hat clear. Skinner making sure that the lines are cleared for the Stephen Gerrard Academy. Well, all of a sudden, I think Radcliffe will be absolutely desperate for the half-time whistle to go. Want to keep their lead intact. Again, they will be very, very happy that they're playing down the slope to help them fitness-wise, but they'll have to play the whole second half with only 10 men. And it looks as though the second Mendy booking was indeed for dissent. It's lovely skill by Eddie Oga. Slashed away. As again, Tork wins a dominant header. Been very, very impressed with him first half. A real dominant type of centre half, Josh Talks. And he has indeed been dominant this first half as the ball in the box is headed away. It's a free kick to Radcliffe. Challenge coming in on Blaise Borgeson, who will now probably have to play a more defensive role than what he started the game with. It'll be interesting to see just how the formation alters, whether or not they'll stick with a back three, or whether or not they'll just play with two in midfield. It looks as though potentially they may just be going with a three at the back for now, as Ashall to win the header again. Talks does superbly well. Chamberlain, the goal scorer. We are into stoppage time here at Neuven Stadium. Played the opening 45. There will be a little bit of added on time just for the injury to Mendy, and then of course the subsequent sending off, so I would imagine there could be as much as 5 minutes added on, if not potentially more than that. What can the Steven Gerrard Academy produce as the half comes to a close, as Edioga with lovely skill gets away from Skinner. Again, the footwork is good and wins the free kick. And there's a yellow card coming here for EJ Aberdeen. Well, all of a sudden the cards are being flourished left, right and centre by referee Stephen Burston. Sure, referees not exactly eager to take centre stage, but he certainly is at the moment, as Aaron Ashall will maybe look to float one to the back post here as Talks comes up from the back to try and win a header here. And now the break may be on here for the Gerrard Academy with JD Clifton. And a free kick given just shy of the halfway line, far side. Again, Talks just making sure that there's no type of break, playing the professional game as we know it. Appiah intercepted by Borgeson. Ball into Friend, who will concede a free kick of his own. Wilson Edioga has been at the centre of a lot of things that Radcliffe have done positively in this first half. Certainly a kid who looks very athletic, very pacey, has all the build of a footballer as well as the dribbling ability. Adesina looking to win the drop down. Borgeson himself with lovely footwork. Ball forward looking for Borgeson as tucked away. And this is nicely done and into space as Borgeson is on his bike and will get there. Comes in field, but it's lovely defending to get the Gerrard Academy out of trouble by EJ Aberdeen. All out of play on the far side. I don't think the official has seen the flag. He has now. Well, I don't think they can put the cue on the rack yet, Radcliffe, and try to defend what they have. I think it's safe to say they are going to have to continue to hunt for the second goal. But with the numbers game now as they are, they will be delighted if this scoreline were to stay the same going into half-time. We're in the 5th minute of stoppage time. Of course, with no officials to time keep or put injury boards up, we are at the behest of the man in the middle. As Eddie Oga bundles his way through, wants a free kick, doesn't get one. And McElroy will hoof that ball forward. Lovely top here, which will allow Holford to launch it into the channel. And again, McElroy will look to hoof it straight back. Miller with plenty of time to just let the ball roll out of play, which brings the half-time whistle. And my word, where do you start with that? It was the Steven Gerrard Academy who made the brighter start within the opening 10 minutes, but once Radcliffe managed to get themselves into the game and start producing some really good football, certainly courtesy of Wilson Edioga on this near left-hand side, they started to ask questions of the Gerrard Academy and their defenders. And the goal coming just before the half-hour mark after a lovely bit of work to win the ball back from Diaz Adesina. He then produced that left-footed cross into the penalty area, and the late run coming from Kemai Chamberlain is the difference between the two sides. Again, it's a lovely ball into that box, and he just gets on the better side of Appiah to side foot the ball home, and that is the difference here at Neuven Stadium. Radcliffe leading the Steven Gerrard Academy by a 1-0, but of course it is all about the red card as well given to Firmus Mendy, who went off the field injured, came back on too early without the referee's permission for the first booking. And we believe that when he did come back on the field a minute or so later, he asked the question of the referee as to why he'd been booked, to which the referee subsequently saw that as dissent and produced a second yellow card. So Radcliffe are in pole position to take the Northwest Championship, but they are going to have to navigate the second 45 minutes. Even though they're going downhill, they only have 10 men in which to do it. It's been a compelling first half here at Neuven Stadium. It'll be an even more compelling second 45 minutes to come. At the break, it's Radcliffe FC Under-19s 1, Steven Gerrard Academy 0.
YDP USA are delighted to announce a partnership with the National Football Youth League. YDP USA will be sponsoring and helping out and supporting with all the events that will take place during the season.
The main beneficiary of our partnership with the National Football Youth League will be the players. We'll be bringing American college coaches over from the US to attend the Cup finals, to attend the All-Star events, putting them in front of those coaches to give them exposure to then potentially go off and play in America. We've had a lot of past successes with players going over to the US from the National Football Youth League. We've had players that have just starting out, but also players that are coming to the end of their time in America that have now built a career over there in coaching, or whether they've come home and played at high level and non-league. The USA has given them the platform to go on and succeed following their university career. We'll be supporting players, coaches from all over the National Football Youth League. We'll be travelling across the UK to deliver presentations, deliver trial days, assessment days for players that are interested in the US scholarship route. If you are a National Football Youth League player, we'll be there to support you on your American scholarship journey.
Welcome back to Neuven Stadium. The final game of the season in the National Football Youth League Northwest Championship. Controversial opening 45 minutes here with Radcliffe down to 10 men. It's forced them into a change as well at half-time. Looks as though Ethan Denny has come onto the field for the team in blue. And it looks as though Cedric Biscoff and Dejani Moore are also going to come on for the Steven Gerrard Academy. Again, no boards or no indication as to who the players are that have come off so far. We'll certainly keep you informed as we go along. Denny's introduction hasn't meant any of the current back three, if you like, going off the field. It may very well be Kemai Chamberlain, the goal scorer, that's gone off for Radcliffe. So he is replaced by Ethan Denny as we're underway, with the Gerrard Academy having also made changes. Again, we'll keep you updated as soon as we get any sort of a clue as to who has gone off. It looks as though one of them is a defensive change. Looks as though Dejani Moore has gone into centre half. And that was Cedric Biscoff on the ball who has given it away. As the ball, looking for Adesanya, is picked off by McElroy. I would assume that it's Luke Skinner who has gone off for the Gerrard Academy as one of the players to exit the field. EJ Aberdeen looks as though he's playing a little further forward in this second half. Could very well be Ben Birch who's left the field, but again, we'll try and keep you as up to date with that as possible. In fact, Ben Birch is still out there. That ball forward is going to run out of play. Just trying to see if Frankie Friend is still out on the field, which I'm not quite sure that he is. I think he may be the other player to have departed the scene for the Gerrard Academy. And a foul throw has led to Radcliffe picking this one up. And again, I would imagine that Ben Slater would have been very much about taking time with everything and looking to potentially run the clock down at every possible opportunity. As it stands, they are going to be champions of the Northwest Championship in the National Football Youth League. But of course, with only 10 players, that may be an uphill challenge going into the next 42 minutes of the game as Adesina gets the ball back to Edioga. Again, lovely footwork, which has won him the ball. He's away from two. Lovely pass across field. Now Borgeson might look to get it on his right foot, gets a cross in. There's nobody there to turn it home. And again, lovely footwork by Edioga to get the ball across to Borgeson. And the flanks for Radcliffe, very, very exciting. Full of pace, full of trickery. Sadly though, from Borgeson, the final ball couldn't find a teammate. Again, a lovely challenge in midfield by Dylan Halford. He's been among the impressive here this afternoon. Taylor Appiah. Moore. Two substitutes combining here as Biscoff puts it into Ben Birch, who wins a free kick. A couple of Radcliffe players that are also on yellow cards that will have to be fairly careful going into the remaining 40 minutes and injury time, I guess. As a forward ball will find JD Clifton. Plays it out wide. Can they get a cross in here? Great defending by Wilson, going back as well as going forward and getting rid of the ball. Not one for dwelling on it. You can't afford to dwell on it in that area of the pitch. And if you've no support, well, you make sure you find the goalkeeper at the other end, and he did do. Great challenge by Denny. And now a chance here. Can they get the second goal over the top of the keeper, but it's into the stand. He wants a corner. Does Aaron Ashall. They were on the cusp of that all-important second goal, were Radcliffe, and unfortunately, Ashall's not been able to provide it. Forward pass reaches Oliver Hudson. Here's Moore for the Liverpool-based Gerrard Academy. Ethan Denny down the line. Looking for Adesina. Referee says no foul, and Adesina looks to set sail here. And now wide, looking for the run of Borgeson, but he leaves it to run to the goalkeeper, McElroy. Just having a look at the Northwest Championship 1 table. The two sides coming into today's game, both on 49 points. Gerrard Academy have actually scored more goals than Radcliffe, 9 more. 70 compared to the 61. They've also got a better defensive record as well. Again, great midfield general play there by Holford as he looks to win the ball back. Taylor looking to play a 1-2 with Clifton, but that didn't work out too well, unfortunately, to the chagrin of Clifton, who just looks to the sky in frustration. 15 wins for the Gerrard Academy, 16 wins for Radcliffe. They've only drawn one game this season. But it is, of course, all down to this. A winner from today's game goes home with the trophy. The game is drawn, and there will be celebrations in West Yorkshire as Bradford Park Avenue currently sit 2 points clear. Again, goal difference isn't going to come into it at the end of the game. As a ball for Hudson, he might be away here. Can he get a shot off? He can! There's an equaliser. Well, they will be cheering in West Yorkshire now. It's a terrific finish by Oliver Hudson. He was a threat during the first half. It's a lovely pass from Aberdeen to get him away. And that finish is absolutely superb. Keeper stretching to try and keep it out. Can't do so. And the Gerrard Academy are back level at 1-1. And now they will feel they're back in with a chance of winning the championship for themselves. And you could hear the cheers all the way over in West Yorkshire. They will be very much hoping that this scores line stays the same. Ashall into the channel, Adesina on the chase. Moore with some good defending. Birch. Appiah. All of a sudden they seem to have found their feet a little bit, the Gerrard Academy. Moore once again to Safo Appiah. Plays it forward looking for Taylor, who's a lot further forward in this second half. There's his cross off the top of the crossbar. It's going to stay in play for Hudson, who tries to buy a free kick. Very ambitious from Hudson, as once again Eddie Oger now will try and work his way down that left-hand touchline. Ethan Denny, lovely pass to Holford. And now Borgeson with a bit of room to work here. Is he going to try his luck on the outside? No, he comes in before trying to get Aberdeen on the outside. Uses a nice bit of trickery, and he's bumped off the ball there, which the referee's actually given a corner in the end. What can Radcliffe produce from this set piece? It's going to be Miller to take it. Going to be an in-swinging left foot delivery. His first corner wasn't that great. His second one's a lot better. It's gone to the back post, but good defending by the Gerrard Academy to see it away. Bishkoff at the back post, making sure that Ali Al-Haznawi was not able to make that header, as Aaron Ashall with a little bit of cramp there, I think. It's not, it's Holford, I beg your pardon. Not surprising, the amount of work that he's put in. Taylor. Aberdeen. Gives the ball away, but Denny can't take control. Birch wide. It's Moore now coming forward. Looks to play it in the channel. Good sliding challenge Again by Eddie Yoga, who's made his way into a more central position now. That's a lovely little slide ball, and once again it's Hudson. Can he get a shot or a crossing? Yes, he can. Page lurking in the penalty area, across to the back post, headed away by Borgeson. Aberdeen just calming everything down and letting Taylor take control. Birch, Aberdeen again, lovely footwork, good challenge. Well, I thought that may have potentially been a bit of a kick out there by Al Hasnaoui, but the referee has let it go. Cross in the box, looking to the back post, but that's far too high for Bischoff to get on the end of. It's going to be Lissett to take the goal kick. Looks as though they're still opting to go with the back three idea. Radcliffe, as they search for a goal that would put them back in front. Safo Appiah into the feet of Skinner. I may have made the error and seen Skinner went off in the half-time melee of substitutes. Again, we can't necessarily tell. We know that Frankie Friend was one of them. Maybe Alfie Murray potentially that was the other player withdrawn. Which, considering he was their top scorer this season, is a little surprising, but nonetheless they've come up with the equaliser as a result. Clifton, ball across, looking for Page, gets it back across, lovely challenge. Talks again with a lovely bit of football, and that should be a free kick, is it? No, referee has said that it will be a throw into the Stephen Gerrard Academy. Well, it looked for all the world as though Blaise Borgeson was fouled by Aberdeen. EJ Aberdeen really in the thick of the action in this second half. Just a little bit of running repairs here to a couple of players, one of them being Dylan Halford. Throw-in comes deep. Did that strike a hand? No, says the referee. There's a chance here for Adesini to maybe get on the end of some indecision between Moore and his goalkeeper McElroy, but none forthcoming. Birch forward. Bischoff. Birch looks to play it into the channel, but it's too long. So we've played over an hour. 28.5 minutes to go to see if we can produce a winner from this game here. Otherwise, there will be gift wrapping the trophy that has made its way here to Neuven Stadium today and sending it over to Bradford Park Avenue. Ball across to Bischoff. Dinks it in, looking for the run of Hudson. And That's going to go out of play for a goal kick. Good defending by Lewis Miller. And again, it will be Trenton Lissett to launch the ball towards the halfway. Taken control of by Eddie Oga as he looks down the line for Ashall. Good hold-up play this by Aaron Ashall. Turns away from Birch. And unfortunately, he's run it out of play. It's been very much the Stephen Gerrard's Academy's second half, this. They've got the equaliser and they've had the better run of the play. Of course, so much was going to come about this game with the dismissal of Firmus Mendy just before half-time. And they've certainly made use of the numbers of the Gerrard Academy to equalise. They've also made changes that have given them a lot more fluency throughout the team. As Bishkoff on the far side gets around the flailing challenge of Wilson Edioga. A good run this infield from Luke Skinner, but it's not the end to the play that he was going to hope for. And it looks as though there's going to be a substitution potentially over on the far side. It's Cole Iden who's going to come onto the field, as it'll be Wilson Edioga to take a place on the bench. Well, he's not been as dangerous second half as what he has first. Again, how much of that is down to the numbers game, we're not quite sure. But Cole Iden will come onto the field. And I'm sure he will hope to influence the game in a way to get Radcliffe a goal, which would go a long way to potentially securing him a championship here. But for everything that the team in blue will be thinking, the team in red will also be thinking the same one. The only one that won't will be the ones that are watching on YouTube over in West Yorkshire, as they are on the verge, almost like a coiled spring, aren't they, looking to bounce into life if this result stays the same. You look back to the Arsenal celebrations of their squad yesterday, having won the championship of the Premier League, as a crossfield ball is out of play for a corner. Well, JD Clifton, it's really a cross or a shot. You just kind of put the ball into an area where I guess either nick could have happened, but it's going to be a corner to the Gerrard Academy. Alex Taylor takes it short. There's a cross in. Oh, it's bobbling all over the place, and it's very nicely picked up by Trenton Lissett. Very cool as well. Ali Alaznawi. Iden down the line looking for his other substitute, Ethan Denny. You do wonder when one of these two sides are really going to go for it all, don't you? It looks as though the Gerrard Academy are trying to do that right now, but you do wonder at what point do Radcliffe try to put some more men forward to maybe try and get something on a counter-attack, or at least try and change the swing of the game. No point in Dying wondering here. As Adesina, can he get the ball away from Appiah? No, he can't. Good defending that. Emmanuel Sarr from Appiah. Borgeson. You do get the feeling there may be one more opportunity, at the very least, for Radcliffe during the last 23 minutes. They're going to have to be good enough to take it, because by the judging of this second half, it's been all of the Steven Gerrard Academy. They very much are in pole position if there is going to be a winner in this game, for them to be just that. There's the hoof upfield. Brought down and dealt with well, although the pass into midfield isn't great. Denny might hit one from here, Denny, but it's wide of the mark. Oh, his eyes lit up from distance there. There were a few people sat in the fell end in the first half. Looks as though they've gone to the opposite end of the ground to watch the second 45 minutes. Ashaw looking to try and put pressure on high up the pitch. And again, that space that the Gerrard Academy have, and that's a long ball. Adesina's onto it, but the goalkeeper just about in the right place to stop that ball coming all the way through. Adesina, who provided the assist for the first goal, will be desperate to get his own stamp on this game as Borgeson tries to find him. Gone down injured as well as Adesina. Is the referee going to stop play? No, he's not, because Adesina is now on his feet. Page. Aberdeen, lovely tackle by Denny. And a free kick will be given. It'll be a tough one for player of the match. In terms of the players in blue, been very, very impressed with Josh Talks, Dylan Halford. Certainly the spine of this team has been very good. Eddie Ogre in the first half was a massive threat. As the ball in the box might fall here, but it's hacked away. Eddie back looking for Denny. Hudson on the chase. Ball bubbling all over the place as the offside flag is up. Had one like that in the first half, Adesina, when he was coming back from an offside position, just to be told by the official to himself onside. As Radcliffe may look to be about to make a couple of substitutions here. Should be a free kick there, is there? The referee says no. Well, that's very controversial, to say the least. One or two like that where you thought the referee may have jumped in to do that. And another foul throw on that far side from the Gerrard Academy. Well, that's about 2 or 3 that they've had now. One of the more basic skills in football to learn how to do, yet you'd be amazed how many get it wrong. That one's a good one, down the line. Looks as though Callum Ogden is one of the players that may very well be coming onto the field. Bishkoff, Hudson, and again a great challenge, wonderful challenge by Josh Talks. Again, it will be Alex Taylor to go over to take the set piece for the Steven Gerrard Academy. One of these sides are only one goal away from potentially being crowned champions, and if it can be the team in red, they have the opportunity here. The referee probably should have called the whistle much sooner than what he did, because it was Halford, I think, is down. I think it's Halford anyway. He was clutching the back of his head, but he was clutching it about 30 seconds before the referee blew, and it was only when Radcliffe went on the break that he pulled the ball back. Massive frustration for all in blue, and again it's a referee's call that goes against them. There's no doubt he should have blown the whistle, but that whistle should have been blown a lot sooner than what it was. And it just leads to the frustration of the Radcliffe team and their supporters here. Would have been very interesting to see where that break would have ended up. So Callum Ogden will come onto the field. And it's a game over for Diaz Adesina. Adesina going to the bench, getting some warm greetings. He's worked tirelessly hard. Been a real baptism of fire for him in the second half. He assisted the goal in the first. Looked a real threat as well. Now let's see if Callum Ogden can provide something here for Radcliffe. We're approaching the final 15 minutes here, plus any stoppage time. This ball, you think, will be going into the box by Lewis Miller. Don't think he'd have a shot himself. Lots of blue jerseys in that penalty area. Dinks it in. It's not a bad effort. Header towards goal. Has gone wide of the mark as Ogden trying to get round Moore. Moore with some lovely footwork. Managed to find a pass as well, although Denny looks to cut it out. That was never a free kick. And the referee allows play on. Ogden. Denny slips and concedes possession, and now the break might be on here. Clifton can't get there ahead of Miller. That was lovely. And now Miller will look down the line, only to give it away to Biscoff. Ashall will take control. Denny. Are we in for a big final 15 minutes here at Neuven Stadium? The locals will hope so. Ball forward for Halford. Again, it's the academy that have managed to get in there, and Talks has managed to let the player move away from him. It's Hudson round the goalkeeper, and all of a sudden, the Steven Gerrard Academy are in the box seat for being champions. It's a breakaway that's left blue shirts devastated. It's a second goal for Oliver Hudson. Josh Talks just couldn't keep pace with him. And the composure to go round the goalkeeper and produce a finish has really given Steven Gerrard Academy a real top chance of taking the trophy home with them now. The delight on the red shirt faces. Management doing cartwheels on the touchline. They are 13 minutes and stoppage time from picking up silverware here. Substitution over on the far side as Josh Talks, his impressive afternoon comes to a close. And he has been magnificent. It's a shame that he couldn't keep him. It looks as though it's an injury that's prevented him from keeping pace with Hudson to deny him. Cheyenne Gota has come onto the pitch to see out the last 13 minutes. Well, Radcliffe, it's a case of trying to go for it now, isn't it? A draw doesn't do them any good. They certainly need to go for the win. As Gota can't beat Aberdeen to the ball. Biscoff will look to run forward. Dragged down. Well, there will be questions asked after the game, I'm sure, about the red card that was shown to Firmus Mendy at the end of the first half. You've got to be fair to the Gerrard Academy. They've used the space and they've worked everything very, very well in this second half to produce two Oliver Hudson goals that put them in the box seat for the championship here, and they've got a corner. Coming up to the final 10 minutes, just under 11 to go. And again, it will be Alex Taylor, I believe, that will look to take it. Was it Ben Birch? Maybe Ben Birch, actually, I beg your pardon. Crossing the area. Feet looked high. Gota away. Can Ashall get the flick on? He can. Borgeson can't quite get the better of the substitute Biscoff, but they've managed to get the ball away from him second time, but the pass into the channel isn't great. Very little communication there. There is really a lot of tired bodies on that Radcliffe side now as well. The extra work they've had to do because of a lack of a teammate. More from the goal kick. Sloppy really into midfield as Gota picks it off. Denny does well to hold off the attentions of Clifton. Borgeson, lovely skill, gets around a couple, gets the cross in. It's only going to fall to Cameron Page, and Page will look for some kind of outlet. Not that kind of outlet, that's his subs bench. There's another sub coming up here for Radcliffe. One final throw of the dice. Shakatore is going to come on, and I think it is going to be, and indeed it is, Aaron Ashall who will be replaced. Again, a lot of work done by Ashall. Do they have anything left at all for this final 9 minutes? An injury time here at Neuven Stadium. Or is it going to be the Gerrard Academy who will celebrate the championship here? Coming forward very, very nicely is Al Hasnaoui. Lovely pass as well. Here's a substitute, Torre. Nicely round the outside and gets the better of his man. Corner. Well, they're complaining they wanted a free kick. Did Alex Taylor? Well, he was the one that was leading into Shaka Toure trying to buy one, but was never going to get one. It's Miller once again for Radcliffe. All the players around the goal line, barring 3 that are on the halfway line. One of them is the goal scorer, Oliver Hudson. Nice turn. Good shot. Wonderful save. Brilliant save by Ellis McElroy. Dylan Holford let fly, and why wouldn't you? Terrific position. That was on its way to the top corner, but McElroy has produced an outstanding save. It's one that you look back on at the end of the game and say that may have won us a title. But Radcliffe are still in the ascendancy here, and they just couldn't turn that home as Gota slashes at it with the left foot, and it's in the stand. Well, they're always going to get a chance at the very least, you thought, in the second half with Radcliffe, but is that one of the only ones that they will get? Six and a half minutes and stoppage time to go. And there is a need for a 2-goal swing for the team in blue. And Hudson has robbed the ball away from Miller. He wants a hat-trick. Hudson, he might get one. Brilliant save. Trenton Lissett just about keeps Radcliffe in the match. He was agonisingly close to a final day hat-trick, was Oliver Hudson. He was so close to sealing the championship for the Steven Gerrard Academy, but it's a corner to Radcliffe. Such a corner to the Steven Gerrard Academy, I beg your pardon. It's going to be Alex Taylor to whip this in. 1 goal surely ends it for the team in red, fisted away by Trenton Lissett. They failed to clear through Toure. There's a hit just wide from a wild shot from Skinner. Lissett needs to hack this upfield and quickly. Time running out for Radcliffe. The clock at the moment on the side of the Steven Gerrard Academy, but they know that 1 goal denies them a championship. It's a goal kick as Borgeson's shot is tamely wide in the end. Ran himself into a terrific position, but couldn't hit the target. Lovely nutmeg, which will give Radcliffe a chance up the attacking end of the pitch. Toure tries to play it down the line, throw in to the men in blue. You do get the feeling it will be a blue surge from here on out. 4 minutes to go and stoppages. Throwing to Radcliffe as they look desperately for a goal that may just give them an opening of a chance here. The Steven Gerrard Academy will be desperate just not to concede. Denny, left-footed cross, it's a floater. Gota, can he get a shot away? No, he can't. Clifton away. Throwing on the far side to Radcliffe. It's tense, it's dramatic way to end the season. Football always does it to you, doesn't it? Even at this level. And a header away has got Hudson once more on his bike. He's one-on-one with Denny. Hudson on a hat-trick. Looks to play it square to Clifton, who was in support. Bowled over by Denny. And that will be a relieving free kick as JD Clifton is on his hands and knees, gasping for breath. Did all he could to try and support that break. They're taking all the time in the world as well. At the Steven Gerrard Academy, they've been waiting, I think, to make a substitution on the far side for a while. I think that's Ayamide Ajala that's about to come on. That's assuming they make the sub now. Well, they're not going to make it now either, so they're going to have to wait for that sub. Here's the free kick. Into the area it goes. Again, the keeper comes to punch. And again, here's the break. Down the line it goes. Cut out. Cut out nicely. It's Al Hasnawi that's in control here, as is Denny. That's really nicely done between the two. And now Miller will race upfield. Borgeson can't take control. Lovely ball to Torre. Can he get round the outside of Aberdeen? Aberdeen will concede a corner. Or will he? Yes, he will. They wanted a free kick. They're not going to get one. Time running out for Radcliffe. They're in the last minute of regular time, plus whatever stoppage time there is to be added on by the referee. It's now or never, really. Even the goalkeeper came up, but it's gone straight through. And that will go out for a goal kick. Again, the official just checking his watch. He's going to add the time onto this. You can bet your money on that. It'll be McElroy, I believe, to take the goal kick as the substitution is finally made. As Ayamide Ayala comes onto the field. And I think it may have been Alex Taylor that departed the scene. It's actually Cameron Page, I beg your pardon. Cameron Page has gone off. Headed on by Torre. Here is the substitute Ajala. Aberdeen looks to fly the ball across to Clifton. And there's an offside flag here given by the fourth official far side. And Biscoff was wondering just exactly how he was on or off. It's injury time. You get the feeling it may just be a little bit too much for Radcliffe, but can the Steven Gerrard Academy hang on for the championship here? And cut out of trouble by McElroy. They are so close to an incredible result which will get them some silverware, but the referee has given a free kick here. Or is he giving the corner? No, it's a corner for hanging onto the ball for too long. I thought initially he'd given a free kick from the linesman, but it isn't. Again, the goalkeeper, Lissett, is up. And depending how much injury time they had, this is it for Radcliffe, this. Oh, the header, which I think Lissett may have got a little nick on, is away and wide again. And that's the one where you feel it might just be too much for Radcliffe now. I think the only thing that they could potentially do is spoil the party for their opponents today, but the Steven Gerrard Academy are very, very close here to picking up the championship. Oliver Hudson, the 2-goal hero, but again, a lot of the questions will be asked of the red card at the end of the first half. brandished by referee Stephen Burston to Firmus Mendy for 2 quick bookable offences that were certainly controversial. Again, they're looking desperately to hang on here. The Steven Gerrard Academy. Gota goes down. Referee's giving a free kick here. Didn't look to be anything in that, to be honest with you. It looked as though he made a bit of a meal of that Gota as he tried to get into the penalty area. Well, this is desperate. This really is desperate now for the Steven Gerrard Academy in terms of looking to hang on here. Hearts in mouths time for all of their bench. You can almost feel the support coming through the screen from Yorkshire for this ball to end up in the net. An equaliser gives Bradford Park Avenue the championship. Here's the free kick, drilled low and wide off a deflection. Again, the goalkeeper racing up to the penalty area. And I say racing up, he's more like plodding up just to try and add to the numbers. Here comes the in-swinging delivery as the rain tumbles at Neuven Stadium. Not a great delivery. It's another corner. As Aberdeen says that it didn't go out, but the referee adamant. The box is absolutely packed with red and blue jerseys. Cross taken short. Denny's delivery, header by the goalkeeper, is over. And Lissett can't keep the header down. And as we go into the 5th minute of stoppage time, again the Steven Gerrard Academy breathe a sigh of relief that their goal is still intact. Certainly in this second half. McElroy with the kick. All eyes will soon be on the referee as to how much added on time he's going to give here. Again, no indication as to just how much he's going to give. I think he may have just indicated 1 more minute there potentially to Oliver Hutton, to one of the players down there. That's how long the Steven Gerrard Academy have got to hold on. Hacked forward, looking for Hudson. Gota. It'll fall for Toure. Toure showing a bit of pace here. And a free kick to Radcliffe. The bench over on the far side from the Gerrard Academy are utterly incensed. They think that the challenge was fair and that the ball was won. How much of that is nervous energy, I've absolutely no idea, but this is a big moment in the game. It's going to be Dylan Holford from 25 yards. I can't see him looking to dink the ball into the penalty area. I'm pretty sure he's got to go for this. But only this would deny the Gerrard Academy into the arms, the delightful arms of Ellis McElroy. As the goalkeeper with cramp and asking for medical assistance. Well, that is a surefire way to relieve the pressure on the 8-second rule. And I'm sure he will get the treatment that he needs. Again, it just cuts the tension out of the air. I dare say we'll have another few seconds to play even after he gets on with this, but barring miracles here, it's going to be the Steven Gerrard Academy who are going to take the Northwest Championship home with them. McElroy bowls the ball out to the far side to Bishkoff. And one last run as Hudson in the corner. I'm sure he'll just look to hold it there. He concedes the throw, but they are at the right end of the field here at the Gerrard Academy. We're all eyes on the referee. Denny will launch it forward. The flick header by Ogden. Torre on the chase. Aberdeen in there. Hudson hacks it forward. And is it going to go out here? No, it's not. Well, rescued by Callum Ogden. Again, the referee blows his whistle. It's a miraculous championship for the Steven Gerrard Academy, who have come from a goal down here at Neuven Stadium to win by 2-1. And the name on everybody's lips this evening will be Oliver Hudson. 2 goals that have wrapped the trophy in red and white ribbons for the Steven Gerrard Academy. Again, there's question marks that will be asked of the referee after the game regarding the red card given to Firmus Mendy at the end of the first half. But handshakes for the team in red and white, who, faced with adversity, going in a goal down and having to play up the slope in the second half, have managed to find 2 goals to win them the championship. And Oliver Hudson is the man of the moment. Scenes of joy and jubilation down on the pitch for the Gerrard Academy. Utter desolation for Radcliffe, who, at 1-0 up, going toward the half-time break, must have been confident the way the game was going. But of course, that big talking point, 2 quick-fire yellow cards for Firmus Mendy, reducing Radcliffe down to 10 men for the second half. And the Steven Gerrard Academy have made the most of their numerical advantage to take the championship, and not just take it away from Radcliffe, but to take it away from Bradford Park Avenue. They went into the game top of the table today, but as you can see on your screen there, these goals by Oliver Hudson are the ones that have taken that trophy away from them. Plenty of reaction, plenty of discord to come after the event. But it is a day that belongs to the Steven Gerrard Academy. They have come to Neuven Stadium this afternoon needing to win to be champions. They were 1-0 down going into the half-time break, but they've shown character and courage to come back to win the game by 2-1, and they are the National Football Youth League Northwest champions. It's congratulations to the Steven Gerrard Academy. coming up now to collect their medals. The gold standard that will be placed around their necks. 2025-26 belongs to them. Doesn't matter what particular level that you cut the cloth at this level of football. It's all about winning, all about receiving those honours at the end of a season. And they are the champions of this campaign. As Emmanuel Sarfo Appiah comes up to receive his medal, all the management team do likewise, as we are just about ready for Appiah to raise the trophy once again. The Stephen Gerrard Academy, our National Football Youth League Northwest champions. It's not going to be a quiet bus ride back for this lot. The party will start and continue from Radcliffe back to the academy. Again, great guts and courage shown by this group of players to come from 1-0 down to win the game by 2-1. And a great end to today's action. They win the game and they take the trophy home with them. Interviews to come, but again, the National Football Youth League champions in the Northwest Championship Division are the Stephen Gerrard Academy.
We're stood with the player of the match, Ollie Hudson. Ollie, on behalf of the National Football Youth League, congratulations. How does it feel to be a champion?
Feels brilliant, mate, I'll be honest. It's a bit of a dream, really. I mean, I've come over from Australia maybe half a year ago, maybe a year or so. So to play in England, it's great, and the competition's great as well. So coming over here and win the league is unbelievable.
1-0 down, player gets a sent off. Does that change your mentality within the team?
Oh, definitely. I mean, before the red, I mean, I was a bit shaky. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't getting much of the ball. The boys were panicking a little bit, but yeah, once that happened, I think it lifted our spirits a bit. So I think that's where we came into the game and just got the goal, and then after that.
Brilliant. Yeah. And talk us through the second goal. So a bit of a delayed celebration. Why was that?
I don't know. I was trying to be a bit cold with it, but at the end, I saw all the boys running to me. So I just let all the emotion out. So yeah.
So how does that feel to have scored the winning goal for the team to win the league?
Oh, mate, brilliant. Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Lost for words, really.
And plans for you next season? Are you staying at Steven Gerrard Academy? You're moving back to Australia?
That's the plan, really. Stay in England, stay in Liverpool for SGA. So that's the.
And how have you found football in England compared to Australia?
Oh, it's different. It really is. The physicality, tactics. Tactics is a massive thing, I reckon. Back in Australia, there's not much over here. Obviously, with Craig Davies, the manager, he knows it all, really. So. Yeah.
And Steven Gerrard Academy as a whole, how have you found the experience with them?
Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. As a programme as a whole, unbelievable.
And opportunities outside of Steven Gerrard Academy, are they providing stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been on a few trials,
Brilliant.
Like showcases. They come down and get a bit of non-league showcases. A couple weeks ago, was at what is it? Is it the LFE?
Yeah.
I was at that. A couple of the boys went down there, went for a trial. So the opportunities are massive here. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, Ollie, congratulations.
Cheers. Thank
Champion.
you very much.
Well done.
Cheers. Thank you, mate.
We now stood with a winning head coach, Craig Davies at the Steven Gerrard Academy. Craig, how does it feel to be a league champion?
Yeah, I just want to say commiserations to Radcliffe and Bradford. We all three of us pushed each other to the last day. So commiserations to them. They played their part in a really entertaining league campaign. Naturally, obviously delighted and drained. We could have lost it, we could have won it. We went down to really low on the pitch when they had 10 men, and we thought they might get a set piece, but. Yeah, overall, absolutely buzzing for the lads, and they deserve it for all the efforts they put in over the last 9 months.
Yeah, brilliant. How did you see the game from the touchline from your end?
I mean, we wanted to get after them. We knew that we could maybe come and make a statement, and we have. And then obviously the sending off, I think, has obviously swung in our favour, naturally. And we just need to be calm, just need to have some calm heads about us and be positive in the ball, and we managed to get it and come from behind, so yeah.
Does that change your team talk at half-time, that red card?
Yes and no. I think first half we looked nervous. One or two looked nervous, naturally. It's a big occasion, cameras are here, so on and so forth. So just at calm heads, they'll probably sit off us and want to, prevent us going through them and stuff like that. So just to show some calmness, a bit more quality as well. Thought we were a bit frantic first half. So yeah, it obviously worked.
And a word about Ollie Hudson, the man of the match. How do you feel he played?
He should have had 3. He should have wrapped it up at the end to give us a little bit more breathing space. But yeah, his pace is a real asset. His finish to go round the goalkeeper and keep the composure was really, really good. And he was a threat all afternoon.
Yeah, and he was praising the opportunities that you guys are providing at Steven Gerrard Academy. Can you speak to us a little bit about that, about what boys do after they finish?
Yeah. So we want to push them into the pro ranks as much as we can. And, naturally that's difficult. So again, putting them into places like Radcliffe, semi-pro clubs in the northwest. Naturally, we push them onto the scholarship route in the US, alongside the university pathways for our players that are maybe more academic and more educated. So yeah, a number of pathways, but we've got an international program as well, which is sort of housed 10 players this afternoon. So we're really proud of that number.
Brilliant, great, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, mate.
YDP USA are delighted to announce a partnership with the National Football Youth League. YDP USA will be sponsoring and helping out and supporting with all the events that will take place during the season.
The main beneficiary of our partnership with the National Football Youth League will be the players. We'll be bringing American college coaches over from the US to attend the Cup finals, to attend the All-Star events, putting them in front of those coaches to give them exposure to then potentially go off and play in America. We've had a lot of past successes with players going over to the US from the National Football Youth League. We've had players that have just starting out, but also players that are coming to the end of their time in America that have now built a career over there in coaching, or whether they've come home and played at high level in a non-league. the USA has given them the platform to go on and succeed following their university career. We'll be supporting players, coaches from all over the National Football Youth League. We'll be travelling across the UK to deliver presentations, deliver trial days, assessment days for players that are interested in the US scholarship route. If you are a National Football Youth League player, we'll be there to support you on your American scholarship journey.